I was at home, and Jacob was in a little newborn seat in the living room, and I was looking at him, and I received a call from Children's Hospital where she said, "Rachel, I'm sorry." She asked me if I was alone, and I was. My husband wasn't home, and she said, "Your son has cystic fibrosis." I was confused because I really didn't know what that was. Anything that I had heard meant a short lifespan. So I guess I was just staring in disbelief at our newborn until I could figure out what that meant.
You know, they told my dad that I wasn't going to live into my teenage years. So to always have that in the back of your mind, that, you know, your life expectancy is you're going to make it to teenage years and that'll be about it.
When we first found out about the disease, we were overwhelmed. That just a real lack of hope. Like, it just seemed like a death sentence for her.
The biggest challenge with having a child with cystic fibrosis is is having the feeling that he's got a stamp on him, a shortened life expectancy.
So I think I have a kind of a unique perspective with cystic fibrosis, just being a nurse and seeing them, you know, first taking care of patients. And oftentimes these are people who are in their early 20s and should be in the prime of their lives, and yet they're kind of facing their own mortality. And I kind of have that perspective, seeing them at their sickest, and then marrying Bill, knowing that he had it, but also willing to enjoy whatever time that we have left together and trying to make the most of every single day. It does give us a unique perspective on life and what's important in life.
Neely has a G-tube, which is it's a semi-permanent button that's in her abdomen that goes into her stomach that allows us to give her extra calories throughout the day. Because she needs about 1.5 times as many calories as other kids her age, she just can't eat that amount in a day on her own, and she doesn't feel as hungry. So without it, she would just be dropping weight, and even with it, we struggle with her weight a lot. So she struggles with her weight. Obviously, she's still thin, and she gets about 60% of her calories through the G-tube.
Jacob's morning starts out with a host of pills and vitamins, about a half hour worth of breathing treatment in the morning. And every time he eats, he takes 5 pills. And at night before we go to bed, we have another round of breathing treatments, and he takes Pulmozyme before he goes to bed as well.
What would a cure for cystic fibrosis mean to you?
For me, I could say, to be selfish, it would be that I would be able to spend the rest of my life with my family.
My name is Danielle, and this is Neely. We're from Heartland, Wisconsin.
I'm Rachel Becker, Jacob's mom.
I'm Sean Becker, and this is Jacob.
I'm Bill Byington. I'm 40. I'm from Elm Grove.
I'm Crystal Byington. I'm 31, and I'm from Elm Grove, and this is Zoe Byington. She's 1, also from Elm Grove.
CF Foundation has been so helpful, especially with my husband Sean, making all the phone calls and helping with insurance and the pills and giving us direction as to where we need to go and giving help. And
Because it's tough to hear that you're not going to live very long, and I feel that with the way medicine and treatments have come now, I feel that's very possible that they can live in their 60s and 70s just like anyone else.
a cure. I hope for a cure for her, that once we have a cure that she would be totally normal, and that she wouldn't have to do her shakes anymore, and she wouldn't have to take 20 pills a day, that she would just be able to be a normal kid and worry about normal kid things.
I remember walking into this CF Foundation office for the first time with Jacob, and it felt like home. I saw Jacob running down the hallway towards Kelly, and I cried on the way home because I just thought it was a beautiful sight. It's where Jacob belonged, and I'm just so thankful. I want him to have a long, full life. I want to leave this earth before he does. But before then, I want to see him, run, play, get married, do everything that everybody else is supposed to do, and that's my ultimate goal for him, and basically just to love life. And at 23 months, he totally does, and he makes me love it even more.